So today I've decided to go back to my roots. It is you! You're on it! I told you I would put you there, and you have a cool little badge. See, it's so cool. It's so wonderful. But yes, I'm going back to my roots. We are playing a dating sim, which I haven't done in a while. And this one came out yesterday. I've been following it for about a year and a half, and it seems really cool. Let me see if I can get this game description up. A murder mystery visual novel with a romantic twist. The killer is randomly chosen at the start of each playthrough, and you may unknowingly fall in love with them. How will your story come to its end? Will you bring peace to the killer and bring them to justice, fall in love with them, or die at their hands? And that hooked me line and sinker. I'm just like, that's what I want. That's what I want. Give me some risk in my visual novels. And so we are gonna get into that. Let me pull up this game real quick. There we go. I'm excited. I've been thinking about this game for like the past 2 days because it came out yesterday. Alrighty, let's check how loud that is. Actually, how is it? How's it? It's a little loud on my end. Turn it down a little. Oh, that's a lot of page sounds. Voice. You could go down. Music, you could also go down. Yeah, I think that's good. Hello. Just realized my sound was off and I was gonna call you to tell you I couldn't hear you, but that was my fault. See, not everything is my fault, Maddie. Not everything is my fault. Yes, it's a detective game, but it's also a dating sim. I am so excited. So, the premise for this game, Blue, is the killer is one of these four, and it's randomly selected at the beginning of each game. So you have between playthroughs, you have no idea who it's gonna be. And I'm just like, I saw it on TikTok like a year and a half ago, and I'm just like, that's gonna be my favorite game ever. So I am so excited. But look how cute they all are! And they have like a girl and a boy version of our main character. I know. I'm so excited. Oh wait, oh. That's cool. What's so funny is I know exactly how to program that too. Maddie, that is not how that works. That is not how that works. Look at... We could be... Both are a smash. You're so right. We'll go with the first one, though. I like the little bob. It's kind of cute. Water splashes as I get into the pool. It's a chilly night out, but in here, the air is warm and heavy with humidity, and the water is the perfect temperature. No evidence acquired. Ooh. Smash. Ooh, smash. We love that. I wish my apartment had a hot tub, but that will remain a dream for the foreseeable future. At least the campus recreation center isn't too far from home. I close my eyes and float in the water. With the air so warm around me, I feel like I could drift away. Right now, this is sort of a relaxation I needed. Last week's midterms were awful, and I still have a migraine from the last minute crunch. I really need to start studying earlier. It's a little hard to hear me. Okay. We will make me louder. Actually, no, we will just make the game quieter. I keep forgetting that that's like a thing I can do. Alright, is this a bit better? Can you hear me a bit better? I can also move this. Whatever works. Obnoxious swimmer. People are trying to swim here, you know. I open my eyes. You don't need to be louder, the game needs to shut up. You're so right. I never have to dim my volume ever. The game needs to be better. 3 girls stand in the water near me. The one in front looks annoyed, her arms crossed, while the other 2 just look embarrassed. Are you talking to me? Is our name Adrian? You're welcome, Pookie. It's a game's full, guys. Who else would I be talking to? Am I in your way or something? I glance around and wave my hand at the large pool. I doubt the 3 of you need all this space. We're here to do work, and you're taking up space in the pool just to lounge about in the water. Wow, I managed to run into a swimming pool elitist. I didn't even know those existed. Swim team exists. They've existed for a while. I'm a student here, so I have as much right to use this pool as anyone else does. One of the swimmers grabs her arm. Come on, Kristen. Just leave her alone. She's not hurting anything. Fine. Of course her name is Kristen. I've never met a nice Kristen. Never met a nice Kristen. Sometimes there. If you can find one, let me know. I shake my head as the 3 of them swim to the other end of the pool. That was an argument I didn't expect to have today, or ever. One of the 3 girls sets down a buzzer, and they launch into some sort of stretches. They must be competitive swimmers. My thoughts wander to a girl I knew in high school who was trying to become an Olympic swimmer, but had little motivation. I wonder what she's doing nowadays. I doubt she made it to the Olympics, but you never know how people may change. Speaking of which, I need to make a change myself. Studying! From now on, I'll be on top of it. Maybe I'll talk to Edwin about getting a study group together. Kara found a nice Kristen? That's, like, impossible. See you later. One of the regulars I see at the recreation center says his goodbyes to whoever is still in the locker room and walks past the pool towards the front. I probably should do the same. I need to get started on my homework if I plan to turn over a new leaf. And no matter how long I delay, I'll eventually have to brave the cold air. My gaze drifts to the 3 girls again as they start doing laps. A crash comes from the locker room, then a scuffling sound, and then a scream. What the? I flip upright again to get my head out of the water. The swimmers stop, looking around as if unsure of what they heard, and start swimming to the edge of the pool. What's going on? The girl who yelled at me, Kristen, gets out of the water, and with her fellow swimmers close behind. Someone emerges from the locker room, and I look up, expecting to hear an explanation of what happened. It's our culprit! Instead, I see a figure in a hooded coat. Knife! In their hand is a bloody knife. Kristen didn't even have much time to react. The knife plunges into her stomach, The attacker rips it free with a spray of blood. What the? The girl who defended me shrieks as the figure advances toward her. This is a stunt, right? Some sort of show. This can't really be happening. I feel dizzy. The world wobbles around me. Everything feels hazy and unreal. Why did I pick this night to relax in the pool? Why did I decide to stay as long as I did? Why didn't I leave when the girl picked a fight with me? The options run through my head. All the different paths I could have taken as I watched the scene with growing horror. The third swimmer scrambles out of the pool and tries to run. She asked for it, it's okay. Blue! You can't say that! Oh god. Freeze, flight, or fight? I didn't save. Oh no. I feel like if we run, the killer will just kill us. If we fight, we'll die. If we freeze, we'll die. How do we... Rabies is not an option. Okay, do we fight, do we flight, or do we freeze? Because I see us dying in all three scenarios. Oh no. I'm kinda leaning. We're running. We're running. We're running. I've gotta get out of here. I stumble out of the pool and sprint for the door. The floor is slippery beneath my feet. My thoughts briefly go to my gym bag in the locker room, but there's no time for that now. Behind me, I hear a scream. Like a track star. And then a splash. My body urges me to run faster, but I'm still dripping with water and the floor is slick. The image flashes through my mind, over and over, of myself slipping and falling on the floor like a victim in a horror film, until my stomach swoops like it already had happened. Holding on to what little composure I had left, I reach the door and push it open. This late at night, the place is almost completely empty. I race past the weightlifting room and glance inside, but it's empty. I force myself to slow down as I run over the floor's polished tiles, which could be as treacherous as a pool area. Large windows alongside me now. Words. Show it's snowing outside. It's snowing and we're wet! Don't tell me I have to run out there like this. It'll just be my luck to escape a killer with a knife, only to die from exposure as I run through the snow, soaking wet. The thought brings a hysterical giggle to my lips, but I bite it back. I force myself to keep running. I'll take my chances with the snow, if I have to, and pray I run into someone along the way. This hallway seems longer than it did before. I used to appreciate that our campus had such a nice, big recreation center. Not anymore. Not anymore. Behind me, the door opens and heavy footsteps follow. My heart leaps into my throat. Oh god. The footsteps sound like they're going faster than I am. I quicken my pace to an all-out run. Someone must still be here. But can they even help me? Will they even try? We're toast. We're toast. We're gonna get hypothermia and die. Just remember, you chose run. If I can make it to the front desk, I should have a chance. Someone should be on duty there at all times. Then again, should be doesn't always equal is. They could step out on break without leaving anyone to watch the desk. I round the corner and nearly trip. As I grab the wall to steady myself, I glimpse movement in the corner of my eye. The figure is gaining on me. Down the hallway, music faintly reaches us. It must be coming from the yoga studio, but it feels almost as far as the lobby.
Help me! Help me!
I run toward the yoga room. I have to find someone, preferably a group, although I'm not sure what a group could do. The swimmer's last moments flash through my mind again. My heart is in my throat. I can barely breathe. The door is right in front of me. If I take a shortcut through there, maybe I could block it from the other side. I put on a burst of energy and throw open the door. The music comes from an old MP3 player in the corner, with no one nearby it. I scan the room for anything I can use. My gaze lands on a basket of thin yoga mats racked in the corner. I lunge for it and slip one of the mats between the door handles. Well, I thought Crash was outside for me to touch. I make it just in time. The door strains as the killer pounds it. It's holding for now. I don't intend to wait around to find out how long the mat will hold up. Just 2 more hallways to go before I reach the lobby. At last, I wrench open the sliding door that leads into the lobby. Help! Someone help, please! The guy at the front desk jumps and peers at me. What's wrong?
Oh.
There. My exhaustion starts to overtake my adrenaline at last. Everything blurs as I stare at him. I can barely catch my breath and my legs ache from running all this way. It doesn't feel real, but I know the killer is still back there. That gives me the jolt I need. At the pool, someone they killed. Call for help. He's already reaching for the phone, and the sight fills me with so much relief. I sag and clutch the edge of the lobby desk for support when I hear the sound of someone picking up on the other end. Nothing has ever sounded more beautiful. Oh my god, hi Kay, what's up? We're playing a really cool dating sim where the killer, there's a killer in this dating sim, but it's randomized every playthrough, so you don't know who it is. So you can play it multiple times without it being spoiled. It's kinda cool. The police are here! Yeah! I saw it on TikTok, and it got released yesterday, and so all day at work, I was just looking forward to playing this game.
See their face.
No, I didn't see their face, detective.
I'm afraid not. They were wearing
hello.
a trench coat with the hood up. I couldn't make out anything else.
That's about all we got from the security footage as well.
Ooh, what D&D campaign are you watching? And what are you crocheting? That sounds fun. There must be something, right? Something has to give them a clue about who it was.
What about their hands?
I think back, trying to remember the killer's hand. It's a blur. A black blur.
I think they were wearing black gloves.
Bards of New York. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one. It sounds good, though. He's cute. He's really cute. The detective makes a note of that. It must be disappointing that the killer was wearing gloves, but he shows no reaction to the news. Maybe that was in the security footage, too. Leaf bracers. Ooh. Nice. Did you know any of the victims? Yeah, they were bitches. Oh, except for one. No, I think they were competitive swimmers. Did you talk to any of them that night? Just briefly.
Oh?
What about? My mind flashes back to our argument in the pool. It was such a silly thing to argue over. It sends a pang of regret through me, even though that girl was the one who incited it. Instigated it. Wait a minute. He couldn't possibly suspect me of being involved, right? We have no reason to lie. No, I have to tell the truth. Even if it makes me look suspicious, lying about it would be worse. I have nothing to hide. We had an argument. One of the girls wanted me to get out of the pool since I was just relaxing in the water and I refused.
Is everything alright?
Oh my god, do you care? I'm a little traumatized, but other than that, I'm okay. Her friends talked her down, and they went to the other side of the pool. I see. He makes a note of that. What about this man? Do you know him? He shows me a headshot of a student ID of a young, toned man. His face doesn't look completely unfamiliar, but not familiar enough for me to place him.
No.
I'm sorry, I don't. Is that who screamed before we saw the killer? Was he the victim too?
That's fair.
That's fine, don't worry. Now, I want you to try and answer this to the best, as best you can. Take your time and think about it carefully. Do you know of anyone who might want to kill you? Well, personally, no. I'm sure there's someone though. My blood runs cold at this question. You're not saying that the killer was there for me specifically, are you? I'd assumed it was one of two things. Either the killer picked their targets indiscriminately in some sort of rage, and we just happened to be there at the time, or they were targeting the swim team, and I had to be silent as a potential witness. That's so valid. It's like, I don't know people's feelings about me. Like, they're gonna feel what they feel. And if one of them is homicidal rage, be true to yourself, man. Don't let anyone put you down. You accomplish your goals. Even if I happen to be one of them. I feel that. It didn't occur to me that I might have been a target. I don't have any proof of that. However, we need to keep every possibility in mind. So think carefully and answer the question. No, I can't think of anyone who would want to kill me. I don't have any enemies that I know of. Same, girl. Same. Even saying that out loud feels like something from a movie. What about an ex? See, that's where you get me. All of my exes don't like me. So, yeah, I could see that. My last relationship was in high school. It wasn't a bad breakup, but we never talked to each other after that. That was years ago, though. A coworker, perhaps? Maybe one of them. Same, Blue. Same. I'm not currently working anywhere. A classmate you're on bad terms with, then? No. I don't know any classmates who have anything against me. I shake my head. I really can't think of anyone. He makes another note. We'll have an officer monitor your apartment for the next few days. Please try to limit your activities outside of your apartment as much as you can and get home before dark. Will you be monitoring me? You can't hate your ex? Why? Are you still friends with them? Or is there, like, other stuff going on with that? Considering it's November, it's easier said than done. It gets dark out pretty early, and I still have classes to attend. If we can't catch the killer quickly, we won't be in any danger. If we catch them, you won't be in any danger. What if you don't? You met him, but what else? can only think of one guy, and it probably is that one guy. I think it might be that one guy. That's very descriptive, I know. Does your mom really love him? Because if so, I know who it is. Where is it? Wait, are you and Kaden not together anymore? Yeah. I know. There's some tea in the chat today. Oh! What happened? Wait! I thought you guys were still together! You doing okay? I guess I should have asked when I saw you in person, but are you okay? What can I say? Mickey Dragon's chat is always a place to be. Whether it is tea, or whether it's just an exciting game with murder, we're here. Oh! Oh no, Kay! Oh no! I'm so sorry! We'll find a day where we're both free and we'll hang out. We'll get coffee or food or whatever. Cause I don't want to air your dirty laundry on Twitch. I'm so sorry. I'm sending you the most love, dude. Holy crap. No wonder he walked away when I came to see you. No wonder. All the dots are connecting. It may have taken like a week, but they're connecting. A lot of journaling, that is good. That's a great tactic. I can't journal for the life of me, but I hope it's helping. I hear it's great. He stands up. If you remember anything else, please call. Don't
Thank
worry.
you.
I will call you personally, and I'll be like, hey, I'm really scared right now. Oh no. Oh, I'm so scared. I may be a little down bad for this guy. Just a little bit. He escorts me into the lobby. By the way, what was your name again?
Hello?
Sing! Detective Sing! That's a match made in heaven right there. I can't wait for him to be the killer. Oh. I am always here for ranting. I'm a great rant board. I'm an echo chamber. But damn. Yeah. But hey, getting back into streaming. Hey! Hey, maybe at some point we could stream together. That would be so much fun. How it would go, I don't know, but it'd be kind of fun. Ah, we got the blue vouch. You should. You absolutely should. Wait. 1 second. I have to. Ooh. 1 second. Where is it? Here? No. It's here. Here it is. Ha 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 ha. There, a present. Haha! Perfect. Now you have a cool little badge. Realize me from this prison. Oh, you guys are in ads. It's a Giga Chat. What ad are you watching? I give up on Spiller. Welcome back. Giga Chad? What ad did they make you watch? Goodness. Goodness, goodness. There wasn't just a Giga Chat. You know what? It happens. It happens. And hell yeah. I would love to stream with you. Both get us up there. It'd be great. Thank you for your help, Detective Singh. He looks around. Where's Kim? I need to introduce you to him next. Kim? Yeah, you're out of ad jail. And now you have a cool little badge. Because I got that last stream, and they're like, here, you now can have VIPs. And I'm like, yes! Hell yeah. A psychologist. Talking to him might help after what you've been through. Yeah, I'm feeling fine right now, but I have a feeling there will come a point when everything crashes in on me. Oh, it will. And it'll suck. At least I'm wearing my own clothes again. Were you not wearing your own clothes at some point? How long of a time skip was there? And what were you doing? The police were able to get my things from the locker room for me so I can change before the interrogation.
Nick, there you are. You weren't in your cubicle. I sat there for like 10 minutes waiting.
Oh, she's so cute! Oh, I love her.
I do work away from my desk sometimes, you know.
So his first name is Nick, is it? I glance from him to the young woman who came looking for him. Sing sighs.
Adrian, this is Fawn. She's a junior detective.
Fawn? Oh, she's so cute. He saw us nearly Mickey.
Not to mention a top-notch true crime vlogger.
Hell yeah.
Yes, that too.
Fawn holds out her hand with a huge smile. It's nice to meet you. Adrian, was it? That's right. Good to meet you.
So...
Did someone steal your wallet? Or maybe the neighbors got a little too rowdy? Someone tried to kill me.
No.
Oh! Her smile fades. Sorry, didn't mean to make light of the situation. When you're so close to me. I didn't mind it. I thought it was nice. It's fine. She was a witness to the murders at the pool last night. I just finished questioning her. She looks at me with wide eyes. If you came in last night, you must be starving. Did anyone get you any food? Oh my god, is she gonna get us food? Is there a way I can fall in love with all of them? I don't. How did that? I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. Our coffee isn't the best, but it'll at least wake you up. Oh, and we have croissants and muffins in the break group. Just sent you pictures of the journal and braces. I'm excited. I will look at them at some point. They're from the bakery across from the new sushi place, if you haven't been there. Coffee and food both sound good at the moment. I'm not sure if I fell asleep last night or not after the cops arrived. Everything's such a blur. By tonight, this morning we'll probably have blurred together along with the rest. For whenever you have time. Oh yeah. I like their muffins. He laughed? He's gonna bring us food? People after my own heart. I'll bring you a plate then. He walks off briskly towards another room, leaving me alone with Fawn.
So,
Are you a student at the university? Yeah, I'm a junior in integrated marketing. That sounds cool. I took a few courses in creative writing there last year. Oh, yes, you said something about a blog? Yep, I read a blog about serial killers and unsolved crimes. Oh. I'm branching out into mysteries and the unknown, too. She hands me a glossy business card with a cartoon ghost beside the name, and a splatter of blood above her social media handles. Fawning for crime. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. I don't know what I pushed, but that was cool.
yep.
Did he bring me food? A night breakfast? He brought me food. Detective Singh returns, then carrying a small plate and a cup of coffee. The smell of the coffee reaches me the moment he enters the lobby and as he gets closer. I see the plate contains a muffin, bagel, and cream cheese. It's a lot more than I typically have for breakfast, but I can't say I'm not grateful. I accept the plate and sit down on the lobby bench. If you don't mind, I'd like to say a few things while you eat. Go for it. Go for it. I nod and spread the cream cheese on the bagel, biting into it. It tastes like the most delicious bagel I've ever eaten. I must have been hungrier than I thought. As you know, I'm a homicide detective. I'm the lead detective on this case, so I'll make sure you're safe at your party's making sure we're safe. He's a bit young for a homicide detective, isn't he? I don't know how old you'd have to be to become a detective, but I always pictured homicide detectives as grizzled, hardy veterans. This is only my third year. This is only my third year on the force. This isn't my first homicide case. Now, Nick, you can't compare a case like this with that last one. True. The last homicide case I worked on was a jealous ex-boyfriend. Easy enough to track him down and catch him. This one, however, 4 murders in one night by a solo culprit in a public building. It's unheard of in these parts. Is this a serial killer? A serial killer is someone who murders multiple people seemingly at random, with victims typically fitting a set profile, and with a notable period of time between murders. We need more evidence before declaring a case to be such. Right now, I would be more concerned about the potential that this is a spree killer. He must notice my blank look, because he lifts his hand and shakes his head.
I apologize.
Apologies. I'm sure the precise terminology doesn't matter as much if you aren't in the business.
Don't be stupid.
Don't put it like that, Nick. Saying you're in the business makes it sound like you're an assassin. Sounds more like words. I haven't done a visual novel in so long, and it's apparent. It makes it sound more like you're an assassin than a homicide detective. He ignores her and continues speaking to me. Regardless of what profile fits this criminal, it's best to be cautious. After all, even if this is an isolated incident, the culprit might see you as a loose end. Might! We are a loose end! Right. We'll find them. Don't worry.
Oh, there you
Oh,
are.
you're cute. Oh, there you are.
Ah, Dr. Kim. I was about to go looking for you. This is Adrian.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Adrian. I'm Kim Tae-young, our resident psychologist.
Why is a psychologist hot? I'm about to be that one girl on TikTok that fell in love with her psychiatrist.
Hi.
Hi.
If you feel stressed or anxious, I'd be happy to arrange a time to meet with you. On the other hand, you don't have to. I'll get paid either way.
Kim?
Kidding.
He clears his throat and adopts a more serious tone.
You might feel okay now, but grief and stress can sneak up on you, especially in cases like this. Trauma has a funny way of showing itself. I highly recommend an appointment. Perhaps sometime tomorrow? If you don't like talking, I can just prattle on.
Sure.
Can't tell when he's being serious and when he isn't. Then again, maybe that's a good thing. It might help me relax. Let's see, any time after 4 should be fine tomorrow? Great, I'll see you then. Of course, if you have any concerns. I have a few minutes right now.
No.
Not really. Well, there was a matter of my memories. Everything from last night just feels like a blur.
This is natural.
Nick, how many bullets did you fire at the... What does that have to do with anything? How many bullets did you fire at the domestic dispute call last month?
What?
What? Our brains are hardwired to protect ourselves. When cops are in the line of fire, sometimes they recall things in perfect detail, and other times they completely mix up events.
Not necessarily.
It's not uncommon for someone to recall shooting 2 bullets, but have 5 missing from their gun. You can't use me as an example when it was well over a month ago. Also, the answer is 1. I fired 1 warning shot, exactly as I wrote in my case report. Sure. Anyway, my point is that our brains will try to protect us from traumatizing memories. I'll keep that in mind. See you tomorrow then.
Oh.
Will you be heading home now, Adrian? I thought about it, but I'm not sure I want to be alone for that long. I think I'll go to class instead. Try to keep my mind occupied.
That's fair.
Probably for the best. What happens now? We'll investigate the crime scene and look into potential suspects. For your part, all you need to do is stay safe and let us know if you remember anything.
I'm not entirely sure.
Right now, we haven't found any other witnesses, although we're still asking around. He starts to say something else, and then the lobby door opens and he glances over at a young woman who's escorted in. Aww. She's cute. Detective Singh. Natasha Diadrio is here. Very good. You may go. The officer nods, and the newcomer, Natasha, approaches us with an uncertain look.
I was told you need to talk to me about something.
Hmm? Did no one tell you the news? Well, I suppose it will have to be me then.
He turns back to me. Here's my number, if you need to contact me. I need to take care of something now. He hands me a card with his name and his phone number on it, and then he ushers Natasha into an interrogation room. I watch, slightly uneasy, unable to help wondering if she's part of the case.
See ya.
So, you're leaving now? Too bad. I was hoping we could talk more. Be sure to check out my blog if you get a chance. Ask about her blog. So you blog about crime? That's right. I write stories based on cases we've handled here, but with all the names changed, of course. Then I delve into some of the more specific aspects of the case, like the criminal's psychology, the nature of the crime, and so on.
This is just a theory, but
Okay, MatPat. The most interesting ones are the unsolved ones. Sometimes I'll write an ending to the story, but then I present other possibilities in the subsequent blog post. People love trying to figure out the mystery themselves. Have you ever solved an unsolved case that way?
nah.
No, but you never know. It's a lot of fun, really. You're laughing a lot. It wasn't that funny. I used to make clickbaity stuff just to get hits, but once I started making content I care about, it got so much better. It took a while for it to take off, but it was worth it in the long run. I'd like to say anyone can do it, but there was some luck and good timing involved, I'll admit. Still, the important thing is, if you work hard enough and you ask for help from the people around you, you can do anything. It just takes passion and... oh, sorry. I guess I went into speech mode there. She rubs the back of her neck with an embarrassed smile. No, it's fine. It's cool to hear someone talk about something they're passionate about.
Thank you. Huh.
Nick is pretty dedicated to his work, too. I guess that's why he doesn't have many friends. Ouch, harsh. I give myself a shake. I better get to class. Thanks, Fawn. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
See you around the station sometime, and check out my blog if it interests you.
Bye.
I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if I have the heart to read a blog about true crime stories after what happened last night, but I have to admit, I'm intrigued.
See ya.
Take care. When she's gone, I rub my head. Can I really go to class like nothing happened? If only I could remember something about the culprit, anything at all that might help. I close my eyes and concentrate on my horrible encounter with the killer. Yet I caught such a brief glimpse of them. I have no hope of figuring out who it was. Lost in thought, the sounds of the interrogation room door opening makes me jump.
Have a good day.
If you think of anything that might be useful, no matter how innocuous it seems, please call. I will. I straighten up as the girl called Natasha returns to the lobby. It seems like her interrogation was a lot shorter than mine. Our gazes meet and I freeze. I feel like I should say something, but what?
Hey there.
What?
Did you know the victims?
Did you know the victims?
The question leaves my lips before I can stop it, and I can feel my eyes widen in horror at how casually I asked it. That was probably the most insistent thing I could have said. Natasha frowns at me and tilts her head.
You. Must be the witness. From the incident last night.
That's a weird way to say that.
Yes.
I used to practice with those girls.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I should be leaving.
oh bye. Sorry. Oopsie. She walks behind me and I let out a long breath. That was awkward. And now I really need to get going. I'm liking this so far. Staying focused on the professor's lecture. The marketing funnel proves to be impossible. Consequences of being up all night are finally hitting me. Ooh, who are you? Next to me, my friend Edwin has no trouble typing notes on his laptop the entire time. Of course, he wasn't running for his life last night, probably. I check my phone for the time. It's only been 10 minutes? I can feel every second drip by. Every second. The actual murders must have been over within half a minute, yet it feels like it lasted forever. Every second replays in my mind. The scream from the locker room. The hooded figure. The knife. The attack. Blood spraying. When I think about it, it doesn't feel real. It feels like I should be able to go back and change things. Something like this can't have happened. If only I'd realized what was happening when I heard that scream. Could we all have gotten out in time? My thoughts begin spiraling out of control. The killer could walk through that door right now. Would I react? Would I be paralyzed and watch the whole situation happen all over again? Would the killer recognize me? Would they ignore the other students and go straight for me and cut them down first? Singh thinks the killer might see me as a loose end. Even if I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, there's every chance that they'll come after me, afraid I saw too much. Surely they wouldn't attack me in the middle of class, and yet... Alright, for our next class, I want each of you to turn in an example of what you think a specific company's marketing funnel looks like. No copying each other's work. That's all for today. As class finally breaks up, I look around in a daze. Fears and worries are still crowding my mind.
Earth to Adrian. Earth to Adrian. Hey, what's with you today? Did you spend all night partying or something? I never thought you were the type.
No. He peers directly into my eyes. His gaze seems so vibrant today. I can't help but feel like my own gaze must be the exact opposite.
Hey, is everything okay?
No.
No.
What?
What's Jasper doing here? Except I don't think he was alive during the Civil War. Fun fact. But I see it. I see it. How do I tell people I witnessed a murder and was nearly killed?
You want to get lunch?
Yes, I do. Oh, this is cute. Coffee cup. Hey. I was making an espresso martini. And you didn't share? Sad day. Edwin takes me to a popular restaurant downtown. We don't go here often, but I can tell that choosing this place is his subtle way of saying it's on me. He hasn't pressed me anymore about what happened, but it's clear he can tell something is wrong. We sit down, and a waitress takes our drink order. Then Edwin looks at me. So, do you want to talk about it? I exhale slowly. I don't even know where to begin.
Are you okay?
Did something happen? That's one way of putting it. Last night, I went to the rec center and spent some time relaxing in the pool, and there was a fight in the locker room or something. Someone came out with a knife.
Wait, what?
The swimmers who were with me, they got stabbed, killed. I made it to the lobby and called the cops. Spent the night in the police station. Edwin stares at me, mouth open in shock. You... What? This isn't some sort of joke, is it? I shake my head.
Seriously?
I wouldn't joke about something like this. He grabs one of the rolls and tears it. Same. When I asked you something was wrong, I thought you'd say your dog had died, or there was a family emergency, or something like that, not this. Yeah. I swallow hard. You can see why I was a little distracted today. Did they catch the person who did it? I shake my head.
Wait, what?
The killer must have left through another entrance. The police are looking for clues, but there isn't a lot to go on. And prison. It gives me time to hydrate. I am really out of practice. I am really very out of practice. There. Goodness.
Huh?
But you were there. You saw them. To be honest, I couldn't make out much about them. They were wearing a coat with a hood up and they had gloves on. I can't even say for sure if it was a man or a woman. I shiver at the memory. While the rest of the restaurant is lively, our table falls silent. Look out the window. Outside, the snow from last night still lingers on bushes and street lamps. Everything looks so fresh and beautiful. Yet now I can't help but imagine white snow stained red from blood. I gotta stop thinking of things like this. I'm surprised you still came to class. He takes a sip of his drink. If it were me, I'd still be in my room in the fraternity with the door locked. That's just as dangerous.
No.
You mean the killer could go after you and find a way inside the room, and then you'd be all alone? Well, I meant because being... Hi, Percy. Hello. Hi, sweetie. Say hi. Hello. Hi, good girl. Yes. Are you gonna solve a murder with me? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Well, I meant because being left alone with your thoughts after something like that can be just as dangerous as a knife. But thank you for that lovely thought. I'm sorry. Looks like I've got another sleepless night waiting for me. Will you be safe at your apartment? I should be. The police will be monitoring the area for at least the next week. A week? They think it'll take that long to find the killer? Who knows? I wish there was more I could do to help. He sets down his drink and fixes me with a serious look. I don't really know what you're going through right now, but you're one of my closest friends. If you need anything or want to talk to anyone, just say the word.
Thank you.
How about it?
And if there's anything I can do to help you feel safe, if you want me to stay over for a couple nights or want to crash at the fraternity for a while.
Huh?
Is that even allowed? No, but that's exactly why it's the last place the killer would look. I think Detective Singh would have a thing or two to say about that. Thanks, Edwin. Edwin? Like the maker of the mimic? I think I'll be fine for now. But I really appreciate it. Anytime. I go back to staring out the window as I enjoy my drink. Oh, that's so cute! These backgrounds are so pretty. I love them. Everywhere I look, people are going about their daily business. They bustle into restaurants and go out at the cold and grab lunch. Oh, you mean this mouse pet? He kinda does. He kinda does. I can't wait for Edwin to be the killer so I can just smother his face in a mouse. Thank you for sending me the mouse pad. It was very nice. I use it every day. Probably filled with Christmas presents. Then I spot someone familiar on the sidewalk. Isn't that Natasha? Stay and eat with Edwin. I kinda messed that up. So, we're just not gonna go for Natasha this one. I turn away from the window and give my head a shake in the hopes of clearing out these strange thoughts. Natasha and I barely know each other. Our conversation this morning was awkward enough. Besides, I should avoid anyone connected to the crime until they catch the killer. That sends my thoughts spiraling down a whole new dark path. What if she's the killer? Should I be worried that she's right outside? Is it really just a coincidence that we'd both be here? Earth to Adrian. Am I losing you again? I jump. Sorry about that. I saw someone I recognized outside. She was at the station this spring. That she was at the station this precinct this morning. I don't think that's how that's supposed to go. For questioning. About the incident last night? Yeah, she knew the victims.
Be careful.
You should probably stay away from her for now. I nod and take another drink. Why is she here? It's probably just a coincidence. This isn't that big of an area. After all, it's not too weird to run into someone from campus.
I don't know.
I guess so. I hope we're both just being paranoid right now. Are you sure you feel safe at your apartment? I'll be fine. Under his worried look, I sighed. If you want to help, you can drive me home after midnight.
Great.
Just don't get so caught up worrying about me that you forget about the assignment. Me? I should be saying that to you. Please. I could do a marketing funnel in my sleep. Perfect. Then you can do mine while you're napping. In your dreams. Well, actually, we could work together pretty easily if we wanted to. Restaurants probably use pretty similar marketing strategies. If we did one of the generic restaurants, we could probably change the names and a few details, but no one would ever know. Sneaky.
How about it?
What'd he say? I call dibs on this place. A few minutes later, we each worked out a marketing funnel, and our food arrived. Easy as pie. And much more boring. Maybe he'll get a job at a place that wants to differentiate their marketing plan. If I do, it won't be around here. I'm not sure what I was expecting when I came here, but it wasn't this. I nod. Edwin comes from out of state since his father is an alum. I moved here from few cities away, but even I can agree that this isn't exactly the most happening town around. At least there's always something happening on campus. Something. My mind flashes back to the pool, and I drag my thoughts away from that with difficulty, forcing myself to keep talking. Surely your fraternity has stuff going on. Stuff. That's a good word for it. We're one of the most formal fraternities, but I swear they have keg stands bi-weekly. There must be more than that.
Whatever.
There are trips. I guess going off to your... Oh, so you're... So you're like one of the rich fraternities. Okay, cool. going off to Europe, or the Congo, or Brazil. I've gone on a few trips with them, but between senior year coming up and this internship, I haven't been able to recently. Now that's the hard life, only being able to take international vacations a couple times a year. He laughs. Alright, maybe that didn't come across quite the way I meant it. I'm just saying, it's not as thrilling as you might think. I have a lot more fun when we're together. Oh my god, he's blushing. He's rich. He's rich. I guess we should have known from the blazer and the turtleneck. And the fact that he looks like Adrian Agreste from Miraculous. Like, almost to a T, actually. Wait. She's got, like, blue-black hair. And he's blue. Is this a reskinned version of Marinette and Adrian Agreste? You know, it might be. It might be, and I'm not mad at it. Flatterer, you must want something.
What?
I'm serious. We should hang out more often. I mean, maybe. If I'd been with you last night. He trails off, and I look away. Do you see it right? The green eyes, her blue eyes. This is just them in college, and they're not superheroes, and she's traumatized. But yeah. How's the internship going? And he's rich like Adrian Agreste? It's all coming together. It's the most forced way to change the subject I can think of, but Edwin doesn't comment on it. He takes a bite of his salad and considers the question. It's fine. Well, thank you for that insightful commentary to keep the conversation going! I wish I could find a good internship around here, especially one with pay. Weren't you at some insurance company for a while? Yeah, but they never let me near any actual marketing stuff. I was just running errands and looking over basic material that I'd already learned in marketing and management. What's even the point of an internship if it's gonna be like that? Oof, sounds rough. It was a recommendation, too. I'll lay 10 to 1 odds the professor who suggested it knows someone at the company. After all, you know what they say. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Exactly. Yet here we are, paying good money to study. That's where you're wrong. We're paying good money for the chance to make connections. Networking, you know. Sure, a degree's important, but we could learn marketing online if we wanted to. I could make connections online if I wanted to, also. That's not the same thing. Isn't it? I met a girl today who runs a blog. She gave me a business card and everything. Online networking is the way of the future. Come on, you can't compare a random blog to something like this. If you say so. Think of it like this. You've already paid them, so you should go to as many events as you can to get as much out of it as possible.
Yeah.
That's more like it. There's going to be a winter festival soon, for example. If you'd like to go to that, I'd be happy to take you. We'll see. So, you talk about wanting to get your money's worth, and then when it comes down to it, you're not actually interested in going to events? Is that it? More like I'll be waiting to see if there's a killer on the loose. I'd be there with you. What, don't you think I could keep you safe? Just waiting for him to just be like, keep you safe? And it kills me.
Huh?
Huh?
I'll protect you no matter what.
was kind of cute. Well, thanks, but besides, you don't even know if the killer is after you. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you didn't see anything.
What are you talking about?
You know that, and I know that, but the killer might not know that. Edwin sighs. There's no point in speculating. Edwin, why are you mad? Yeah, he's getting a little emotional. Edwin, is it your time of the month? Are you PMSing? Oh, Edwin. There's no point in speculating about it now, I guess. We'll see when the time comes. The waitress brings our bill to the table and Edwin pays. Once he signs the check, he looks up at me. Ready to go?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks again. Don't mention it. Anytime you want to go out, even if it's just to get your mind off of things, just say the word. Oh, to have a rich friend. Oh, to have a rich friend that could buy me food all the time. Ugh. If only. That's the dream. Oh, this little ensemble is cute. Look at that. He's styling. Edwin parks just outside my apartment building. He peers out the window at the building with a worried frown. Are you sure you'll be alright here? Come on, quit it. At this rate, you'll make me more paranoid than I already am.
Whatever.
With a killer out to get you, a little paranoia might not be such a bad thing. You need a key to get into the building. So, unless someone else lets the killer in, there's nothing to worry about. Uh-huh. And have you seen how often someone walks into the building like this, helpfully opens the door, opens for a random stranger behind them? Even so, there's no way they could get into my apartment without a key, so I'll be perfectly fine. As long as the killer isn't waiting in the hall to jump out as I pass. Ugh. He rubs his forehead. I can't believe this is happening. Look, I'll wait out here, just in case. Wave to me once you get into your apartment so I know you made it in, alright? Alright. No one is waiting in the hall to jump out at me, so despite a harrowing journey up the stairs due to my Edwin-induced paranoia, I make it to my apartment, to the front door. I make it into my apartment to the front door of my apartment. We got a couple typos here. Where I see today's paper sitting at my door. I pick it up and sigh as the massive headline on the page reads, "Murder at University Pool. Murderer still at large."
Oh.
Great. Our apartment is cute. But of course it's white. Why are all apartments like white? It's so sterile. You know, Edwin has a point. Like the famous quote goes, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they aren't after you. And when you have a legitimate reason to think someone's about to get you, it pays to be cautious. I walk to the window and look out. Edwin is still parked down below, so I wave. He waves back, and a moment later I hear the engine start up. Come to think of it, what was the plan if I didn't leave? He'd wait a few minutes and come in after me? I exhale slowly and walk through the apartment to check each room, just in case. Usually, it's nice having a place to myself, but just this once, I wish my roommate was here. The quiet stillness of the apartment still feels staggering, yet each little noise plays on my nerves. The sharp ringing of my phone cuts to the silence and I nearly jump out of my skin. Ha! Heart hammering, I take a breath to compose myself and answer the phone.
Hello?
Hello?
It's me, Detective Singh. You know, the detective from this morning. How bad does he think my memory is? I remember you.
Is everything alright?
Did something happen? You sound like you're out of breath. The phone ringing gave me such a start. That's all.
I apologize.
Oh, sorry about that. I just thought I'd call to make sure everything is alright and let you know that the officers are watching the apartment. Will change shifts soon. Alright, thank you. I didn't even notice the surveillance when we drove up. I walked to the window and look out again. It takes a bit of scanning, but this time I noticed the police cars parked nearby. Are there any new leads? What, since this morning? Sometimes these things are wrapped up pretty quickly, aren't they?
Unfortunately.
Maybe so, but not this time. I'm not supposed to tell you anything about the case either. This case needs to be kept secret, even from the primary witness. I see. What I can tell you is we don't have anyone who can provide more information than you did about the killer's identity. The mix of victims is puzzling as well. Is it possible that the guy in the locker room was the main target and the rest of us were targeted as potential witnesses? We're pursuing that as a potential lead, although at this point it seems unlikely. It certainly appears premeditated, no matter who the primary target was. The killer went to the pool that day specifically to kill someone. His casual delivery of something so chilling makes me shiver. I see.
I apologize.
That was harsh. No, it's fine. It's hard to believe a killer like that can still be out there. Before I go, there is one last thing I need to know. Where is your roommate? The officers monitoring your place should be given a description of your roommate so they know who to look for and not to raise an alarm.
No.
She doesn't stay here much, to be honest. She's graduating this semester, so she only takes a couple of classes. She has short red hair and drives a black car, but I doubt she'll be back anytime this week. I see. I'll pass along the description regardless. Now, I think that about covers it. Unless there's something else you need. No, thank you again for your help.
I'll talk to you soon.
I'm just doing my job. Try to get some sleep tonight. You're in good hands. Why do I feel that's a lie?
Thank you.
I hang up the phone and let out a breath. If nothing else, at least Sing's call reassured me that I'm safe in my own apartment. Exhausted from the day of worrying, I collapse onto the couch. Here's hoping they catch the killer soon. Tuesday. Woo. And we go back to Clark, you're up! Barely focused on our classmate, walks up to the front of the lecture hall and starts up his slideshow presentation on a food delivery service. Paying attention to the presentations is as difficult at the best of times, but it's especially bad today. This is the third one and my attention has gradually slipped more and more. Things were fine this morning. When I arrived on campus, I chatted with Edwin like things were normal, and even made plans for a study session with some other friends once our classes are done for today. Everything was starting to feel normal, but now it's hitting me all over again. Every time I start to relax, it strikes me that it's so wrong to go back to my normal routine. Worrying about grades and presentations when there's a killer on the loose, and the victims will never sit in classes ever again. I nearly lost my life. How can I pay attention on marketing presentations? Part of me feels like nothing should ever feel the same. From time to time, Edwin glances over at me in concern. I tap my pencil against my desk and try to silently run through the presentation I'll be giving soon enough. And that's how they might leverage these tactics to target new audiences in the future without losing their established face. Everyone claps. I belatedly join in. Riley, you're next. Oh, he's cute. I hate when people come in so last minute. They'll be like, oh, is this okay? And in my head, I'm just like, no, please leave. You shouldn't be here. But on the outside, you just have to be, yeah, that's fine. Of course. How can I serve you today? Ah. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Yeah, at that point, dash it off. Dash it off. He is a cutie! He looks like he gives really good hugs. Riley walks to the front, and I manage to drag my thoughts back to the present. Riley has been our friend for 2 years now. I owe it to him to pay attention, even though I know it's really hard to watch. He's nice, but he's terrible at public speaking of any kind. Marketing is his only minor. Is only his minor. But it still means he needs to take these classes and do these presentations. Whatever he intends to use his computer science degree for, he probably should just hire someone to handle the marketing end of things for him because, well, I'd like to talk about, he shuffles through his notes and nearly drops them. Oh! As if abruptly realizing his slideshow isn't on the screen yet, he picks up the remote and nearly drops that as well, as he finally manages to bring up a slide of the bare-bone list of points. He finally begins his presentation, but his voice barely rises above a murmur as he rambles on. Hi, Prissy. Hey, sweet girl. Wanna say hi? Come on. Come on. Hi. Look at you. Look at you smiling. Hi, big girl. Hi, sweetie. This definitely isn't your area of expertise, Riley. Still, I managed to stay focused on the painful ordeal for his sake and clap politely once he's done. Adrian? Alright, I can do this. I just need to stay focused. I walk to the front of the lecture hall and pace while waiting for my presentation to load. This only has to be 5 minutes long, so it shouldn't be too bad. I know my stuff, too. The lecture hall is crowded with students. Some are looking at me, some are playing on their phones. Some have their faces hidden behind their laptops. At least 2 look like they're sleeping instead of paying attention to anything. A perfectly normal scene. Just like the pool was, right up until it happened. The world spins and oh, honey. My head pounds, a wave of nausea rolls over me. Maybe I should sit down. Adrian, are you ready? I feel like I'm going to be sick. If you're not feeling well, you can give the presentation while sitting down. Thanks. I grab a chair and sit down, then let out a slow breath. Edwin and Riley are both watching with concern. Sitting helps, and as much as I don't think I can stand now if I tried, I put my head in one of my hands and focus on breathing. This way, at least Riley won't have the most embarrassing presentation here. A hysterical giggle threatens to escape me, but I bite it back with difficulty. Adrian, is everything alright? How can you ask that? Nothing will ever be alright again. The killer could walk in right now. I force away the thought and wet my lips. Okay. My slideshow is up on the screen, and I know what I'm supposed to say. I wet my lips again and force myself to speak. This marketing strategy is one commonly used by restaurants. I barely know if I can get the words out in the right order. I almost feel as though I'm a parrot, repeating words someone else wrote, and mechanically deliver my presentation in a blur until I at last reach the end. Thank you. My classmates applaud, and I stand up on wobbly legs. When I get back to my desk, I ignore Edwin's worried look and gather all my things instead. I don't think I can sit through the rest of my presentations. Outside the classroom, it occurs to me that I probably shouldn't go wandering around on my own in between classes. I sigh and close my eyes. At least it's better out here. Not so many people crowding me. I finally started to relax when I hear footsteps. Oh. Call out to her.
Hey!
She jumps and spins toward me, eyes wide. A moment later, she relaxes. Don't do that! You nearly gave me a heart attack. Sorry. I'd probably freak out if I heard the voice out of nowhere right now, too. She's probably on edge like I am. On your way to class? She nods. Thought I'd get here a little early.
Yeah.
My class is in there. Nod towards the classroom door behind me. I wasn't feeling well, so I had to step out. Natasha glances away. I've had trouble focusing since they told me what happened, too. I wonder if I should take a few days off from class, but I think I might only make things worse. That's what I'm afraid of, too. It feels like the atmosphere between us has eased somewhat. Bonding over our shared distress in the aftermath of a murder isn't the most ideal way to get to know someone, but it's a relief to be able to speak with someone who actually knows what it's like. I had a presentation to give today, but as soon as I got in front of the room, I felt like I was going to be sick. Then when I got out of here, I didn't feel like I should go too far on my own. Yeah. I'm going to a study group for the first time in my life today, just because I didn't want to be alone. A study session? In the library?
Oh?
Yeah, why? I'm meeting with a study group today too. Maybe I'll see you there. Could be. Yeah. Suddenly my phone rings. The sudden sound startles me and I grab it. The phone number is one I recognized right away. The number Singh told me to contact if I remembered anything. Did they catch the killer? Sorry, I need to take this. Natasha shakes her head.
I'll see you around.
I should be getting to class anyway. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Thanks. You too. She continues on down the hallway, and I watch her go for a moment before I return my attention to the phone. I answer.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Detective Singh. Yes, I recognize the number. Have you made any progress? That's what I'm hoping you'll tell me.
Huh?
What?
Listen to me carefully.
We've identified some suspects who were in the area around the time of the crime, and we'd like you to look at the lineup. Can you drop by the station? You want me to come down there? After what just happened in class, I'm not sure if that's a good idea for me to drive. Are you on campus? I can send an officer to pick you up. That'd be great. Thank you. Singh and I work out where the car will pick me up, and then I wait for a couple more minutes before heading there to avoid spending any more time alone than I have to. A lineup, huh? So he wants me to try and identify the killer? The thought sends shivers through me. But it isn't as though I can refuse. Yeah, girl, we're the high. Hi, detective. How are you today? Good. You've arrived. Do you feel up for looking at the lineup now? Well, I want to get this over with, but I'm starting to feel sick again. Place my hand on the edge of the deck, and Singh's eyes narrow.
Is everything alright?
You're pale. Did something happen? I'm just not feeling well today. That's all. I nearly passed out during class. Every time I think I'm okay, I remember what happened. Do you think eating something will help? Some crackers, perhaps, or a soda? I prefer to you to be fully alert while looking at the lineup. Look at that smirk. Crackers might help. He nods and leaves. While I wait, I sit down and clasp my hands together. Saying wanting me to stay alert just makes me even more anxious about the lineup. I've seen police lineups in movies. They line up behind one-way. They line up behind one-way glass, and I have to look at them and try to identify the killer. But the killer didn't have any identifying features, unless there's an obvious height difference in suspects. I'm not sure I'll be able to narrow it down, let alone pick the right person.
Back already, are you? Whoa, you look like you've seen a ghost. Everything alright?
Nothing nearly as interesting as a ghost, I'm afraid. I'm just not feeling well. I almost passed out during class. Sympathy fills Juan's face.
Sorry.
I know this must be rough. Yeah, Detective Singh went to give me some crackers, though, so maybe that'll help. Her eyes fly up. Detective No Social Skills is giving you crackers because you weren't feeling well? Exactly what hold do you have over him? Does he think I'm cute? I laugh and shake my head. He wants me to see a lineup, so I need to be able to focus. Oh, now it makes sense. For a moment there, I thought he'd done something accommodating without being prompted. Music, yes. Glad to hear I'm the hot topic of discussion today. Singh re-enters the lobby with a dry comment and presses a pack of crackers into my hand while he frowns at the junior detective. Be honest. You wouldn't have thought to offer crackers if you didn't need her mind sharp.
What?
That's not. He cuts himself off and looks. He's blushing. He's blushing. Oh. Table, leave. I know you can't hear me, but you need to leave. It is closing time. Tip your server well and go. I just hope it's enough. The crackers are fairly bland, with only a little salt for flavor. But eating something does make me feel a little bit better.
I can't believe this.
I'm not confident I'll be any use at all. Don't worry, lineups are really easy. Have you ever tried to look at one? Personally, not yet. But if you don't recognize anyone, don't sweat it. They'll catch the culprit eventually. You sound so sure. Well, of course. It's not like we have anything better to do than solve a murder case. Trust me, we're not fighting over processing the DUI tickets. Singh coughs loudly, eyebrows raised. We all have to do the grunt work, you know. Don't think that you can pawn off your responsibilities by getting attached to this case. Fawn pouts and lifts her hands in exaggerated gesture.
See ya.
Back to work I go then. Adrian, are you ready to get this over with? Anxiety flutters through my stomach again, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Yeah, let's go. Like I imagined. A glass wall separates the room in half. A group of men stand lined on the other side.
It's one-way glass, right?
Yes, exactly. You can see them, but they can't see you.
That makes me feel better. But this is still nerve-wracking. I can't tell anything about them at all. A couple of the guys were too burly, and another is so slight it looks like he might snap in half during a fight. I'm able to cross them off the list. The rest, though...
I'm sorry. That's about all I can tell.
Alright, thank you for cooperating. If you do remember anything else...
You'll be the first to know.
Fawn is waiting for us when we return to the lobby.
So,
How'd it go? I glance at Singh to get his assessment, but he walks to his desk as though he assumes the question isn't for him. A shrug. Okay, I guess. If I'm honest, I don't know if it helped at all. Picking out 3 people. They paid. I'm glad they paid you. Hell yeah. I hope they tipped too. They better have. If you stay late, you better tip. You should tip anyway. But especially if you are being an inconvenience. Picking out 3 people who didn't do it doesn't exactly feel like we're narrowing down things. Are you gonna be alright getting home? Do you need an escort? I'd be happy to walk you back whenever you're going.
Oh.
Ah, right. Singh rejoins, his brow furrowed. I sent someone to pick you up at campus, so you'll need a ride back. I can drive you. You can take me anywhere.
interesting.
Offering to drive her? Someone must be awfully important to this investigation, huh? I can handle it if you have important senior detective stuff to do. He shoots her an irritated. I have to. Oh, that's mean. That's so. Oh. Why can't polyamory just be a choice in these games? I just want to love them all. Is that so bad? I just want to love them all. Singh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Detective Singh. If it's not too much, I appreciate the ride. Oh, look at him! Oh, he's so cute! I get into the squad car with Singh and he starts driving. Back to campus or to your apartment? Campus. Late classes. I see. I have a study session with some friends, actually. Where? One of the lounge areas in the library. We can reserve them ahead of time to make sure they're free. How many people will be there? I know he's doing his job, but he's so protective. Sometimes people bring friends, but it never gets too crowded. Those lounges won't be able to handle a big group. Are other students usually around at that time? Any teachers? I glance at him. Do you think it's too dangerous?
I'm not entirely sure.
Just looking to get a better picture of the situation, if anything seems off. Don't worry. I won't stick around unless I'm sure it's safe. Alright. We drive in silence for a few minutes. His cautious questions have joined the rest of my paranoid thoughts, bouncing around in my brain. You said you worked a homicide case before, didn't you? How long did it take to catch that killer? Barely 32 hours.
Huh?
What? You caught them that fast? It was a crime of passion. The victim had recently entered a relationship, and her ex-boyfriend was jealous. Once we saw that as a possible motive, it was simple enough to find the connections between him and the crime scene. Finding him took longer than figuring out who did it. I see. That's what makes this case so frustrating. We have no leads on the killer's identity, and the motive remains unclear as well. I turn away to look at the window. Maybe that was a bad thing to talk about. But instead of paranoia, it's apparent the hopelessness of the situation that's bouncing around in my skull. It's unusual for a strange crime to happen in a town like this. I know what you mean. It doesn't feel like the sort of thing could happen around here. I watch the scenery pass until Singh turns down the road towards campus. He pulls up at the curb adjacent to the stone path that leads to the library. It's good?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I fun at your study session. Do you know what a study session is? Yeah, I know what college students are like. Have fun. I roll my eyes and get out of the car. He's so cute.
Great.
Hey, yo, who are you? Oh, she's so cute. Let's get started. What evidence do we got? We've got a swim cap. Got the fawn card. Got coffee. We got a knife. Newspaper. ID. Breakfast. Card. 6 pages. So we have
Hey.
35. Don't hey me. You will get talked to when I want to talk to you. Are you good with working on chapter 11? And his voice sounds like it's coming from afar. I blink at him slowly as I realize he asked me something. Something about chapters.
Are you okay?
Adrian, you good? Right. Yeah, that's fine. Chapter 11. I'm on it. I open the textbook and get out my notes. My notes from the last couple days are a disaster, but hopefully I can do better on the front now. Edwin pulls up a chair next to me.
Hey.
His voice is quiet, so low as not to be overheard by anyone else nearby. Are you sure you're okay with being here? I glance around, but none of the others pay us more than a quick glance. They probably assume we're either discussing the assignment or chatting about normal things. I'll be fine. Do you want to talk about it? Not really.
Want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
Sure?
The other day, Corey and I were sitting in the MBA lounge when Joseph walked in, grabbed a chair, and pulled it over to the corner by the bookshelf. Then he pushed up one of the ceiling tiles and pulled a packet of ramen noodles out.
Why does Joseph have a stash of ramen hidden in the ceiling?
Don't look at me. Maybe he was afraid someone would steal it. Anyway, he just walked over to the table and started eating his ramen. We were both staring at him, and after a moment, he just said, "There's a chicken one left if you want it."
Is this supposed to make me feel better?
Made me feel better.
Is it working?
So, did you take the chicken flavored ramen?
Nah, but now I know where to go if I'm ever starving.
The idea of being trapped in the school with nothing to eat, forced to rely on the emergency ramen stash supply hidden behind a ceiling tile is so absurd that a smile tugs at my lips in spite of myself.
Thank you.
Thanks, Edwin. Anytime. Feeling a little more like things are just like old times, I start reading the chapter that was assigned to me. This has to be our habit. This has been our habit for a while now. Whenever we have a large chunk of material we need to study, we divide it between us. That way we can exchange notes. It's an efficient enough system. Chapter 11 is about working with influencers. It goes into detail about sponsored posts with case studies about an athletic company that contracted influencers who run fitness accounts. I start taking notes. One of the key case studies focus on the post written by a competitive swimmer. Oh. This game does a really good job on how, like, grief and trauma are just always present. It does that so well. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Here to help with our marketing homework, are you? No thanks. I'm part of Team Math today. Her name is Clara? Hi, Clara. You make it sound fun. Don't let him fool you, he hates math. I left my head at the sound of Natasha's voice. So she really was coming to this group.
Hey!
I thought I might be seeing you again.
Hi.
Glad to see you're feeling better. She sits down and opens the textbook she brought. It looks like she came with Dennis, and the two of them are going over a math assignment together. Edwin looks at me to Natasha in confusion. Do you two know each other? Oh. He doesn't know. Come to think of it, I told him about Natasha being outside the cafe, but he never looked outside the window to see her himself. Now he obviously expects a fun story about how we met, or something similarly harmless. I can't think of anything that would destroy a mood more than announcing that we met as part of the same murder investigation. I meet Edwin's curious gaze and nod toward the door. I'll be back. I need some air. I step outside. Being alone in the library makes me feel uneasy, but the sound of someone typing at the other end of the room reassures me. A moment later, as expected, the door opens and Edwin follows me inside the lounge. What's going on? Sorry. I thought things would get awkward if I brought it up in there. Do you remember the girl I mentioned? The one who knew the victims? Wait, don't tell me. That's her. Natasha. And she suddenly shows up at her study session? That's pretty suspicious, don't you think?
What are you talking about?
Suspicious?
Be careful.
What if she's the culprit? Judging by what happened at the pool, the culprit wouldn't think twice about attacking a whole room of people to get you.
Seriously?
Come on, that's ridiculous. Someone must have invited her anyway. He returns to the lounge and I hurry after him. Come on, Edwin, don't do anything to make this awkward. To my dismay, he sits down right across from Natasha. So, Natasha, I didn't realize you and Adrian were friends. Did she invite you to join us tonight?
No.
No, Dennis did. You know Adrian? We just met the other day. She looks uncomfortable by the direction of this conversation, and I don't blame her. I don't want to talk about what happened in the pool.
Whatever.
It's a funny coincidence. I mean, that Dennis would invite you to our study session for the first time so soon after you and Adrian met. Yeah, who would have guessed? Considering everything that happened, I thought it would be good for Natasha to get her mind off things. Everything that happened? What do you mean? Natasha looks down at her textbook as though trying to block the rest of the world out. I clear my throat.
Hey!
Hey, aren't we supposed to be studying? I clap my hands together. Come on, let's get back to it. Dang, Adrian, why do you gotta be such a stickler? Since I saw the grade on our last exam. That sends a ripple of laughter through the group, and everyone returns to their work. Natasha catches my gaze and gives me a slight nod. I nod back, and then return to the chapter, to reading the chapter of the textbook, skipping over the swimmer case study. As time passes, I start to feel relaxed again. It's easier to slip into my routine and convince myself life will go back to normal. After about an hour, Natasha closes her textbook and stands up.
Thanks.
That's about it for me. It was good meeting you all. Her gaze lands on me, and it's good seeing you again, Adrian. You too. Wave goodbye to Natasha. Whose car are we in? As usual, after study sessions, I drive behind Riley toward our... Oh, Riley's a person. Riley's the comfortable guy. That's who Riley is. Behind Riley toward our apartment building. He turns down the dark, unlit road, absolutely Ooh. This little street light does nothing against the shadows of the tall trees on either side. It should be illegal to have a street this dark. Driving down here is nerve-wracking at the best of times, let alone when I have every reason to avoid isolated places. The sight of the brightly lit apartment building makes me exhale in relief. It's good to see the police cruiser making its lap around the complex, too. All the same, once I park and get out of my car, I glance over my shoulder the entire way up the stairs. Home sweet home. Can't lock the door fast enough. Then I turn around, hair on the back of my neck stands on end. Something is wrong. It's hard to put my finger on what exactly it is. but something is wrong. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. I grab the edge of the couch for support and take deep breaths. Each breath seems to restore some clarity. First, it doesn't seem like anyone is here. I'm in no immediate danger. Another breath. I need to stay calm and figure out what it is. After one more breath, I'm able to look around the apartment without panicking. That book isn't where I left it this morning. It's been moved slightly to the side. The drawer wasn't open when I left either. The more I look, the more I see. Tiny signs here and there that someone was in my apartment. All of them together add up to a sense of wrongness that struck me the moment I walked in, even though each on its own seemed insignificant. There's a roaring sound outside. Someone was in here while I was gone. At least this clears Natasha. No, wait, I haven't been home all day. I don't know. This happened during study session. Could have been any time today. I brace myself and check each room with an umbrella in one hand, because I need a weapon. In case I need a weapon. No one is here. Nothing is disturbed outside the living room either. That's a relief. But it doesn't fix the problem. I grab my phone and dial my roommate's number, but a cheerful answering machine message tells me that she is on vacation and therefore might take a while to respond to calls. It wouldn't be like her to return early without telling me, and then disappearing again either. I grip my teeth and squeeze my eyes shut. Can't deal with this alone. I need to tell someone. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Let's call Sing.
Hello?
This is Adrian. Immediately his voice is sharp and loud.
Is everything alright?
I just got back to my apartment and I think someone was in here. It's nothing obvious, but things are out of place. Could it be a roommate? No, she's still away. Alright, I'll get in touch with the officer patrolling the area to see if they saw anything that could be of use. Even something that seems innocuous at the time might be more. Of course, we can't overlook the possibility that this was an unrelated incident. That'd be pretty terrible luck, though. Moving on, did you lock your door before you left this morning? I think so, but any sign of forced entry?
No.
Not that I noticed.
Listen to me carefully.
You should talk to your building manager about changing the lock on your door. Even if you forgot, it's better to take precautions. Alright, I will. I'll be in touch if you learn anything online.
Thank you.
Fortunately, the building manager is agreeable to my request to change the lock on my apartment door and waits with me until the task is done. It seems the police filled her in on the basic situation because the car is monitoring the building. The work on my door finishes just as the visitor arrives.
Am I interrupting?
Please, come in.
Thank you.
He glances at the departing workman before shutting the door. I check to make sure the lock is
Sorry
fastened.
about that. I was just getting the lock changed. Please, sit down.
Kim flips open his notepad and sits down next to me on the couch.
How was your day?
Awful.
Oh?
He's a psychologist, so I see no reason to hide how I've been feeling all day. I keep expecting something to happen. Every little thing feels like a threat. I'd like to chalk it up to paranoia, but I feel like I'll be in danger if I do.
I see.
He makes a note and then looks up at me.
So, what's going on?
You're a marketing student, correct? How do you like that? It's fine. What are your classes like? Right now, we're doing deep dives into marketing funnel and how to develop marketing strategies for corporations based on their growth and audience. And you enjoy it? Sure. You like psychology, don't you? He smiles. Sure. He writes something else on his notepad. I find the urge to try and see what he's written about me so far.
What do you think?
What do you think of the business department? Is he creating a site profile on me or something? Ooh. Some students have an attitude problem. They're troublemakers? No, they're model students when it comes to class, but they act like they have to become the next billionaires by using their classmates as stepping stones. They do anything to get ahead. Not all the students are like that. No, just the vocal ones. The ones who want you to think they'll be the next big name. I have friends there too, though. There's a lot of hardworking people. Kim nods and writes something down. How are your classes going? Well enough. Good to know. So, of course, the main reason I'm here is because of the incident the other night. My stomach flips. Now that the time has come, part of me wishes we could delay this conversation longer. When the incident occurred, how did you feel? Felt like I was dreaming.
This is natural.
It's a common response to situations like this. An extreme shock can seem so unreal that the person has difficulty accepting that it's actually happening. Now I keep playing those memories over and over again in my head. Sometimes I feel like it's about to happen all over again.
Oh?
When that happens, is it vivid?
No.
Not usually. It's more like I'm picturing what could happen, imagining it happening again at a different place to different people. Are you having any trouble distinguishing between reality and fantasy? Sometimes I'm not sure if something's wrong, or if it's just paranoia, if that's what you mean. Being aware of your paranoia is a good thing, but don't fall into the trap of ignoring genuine warning signs because you dismiss everything as paranoia. Right. That makes sense. Do you have an email address? I'd like to send you some materials I think will be helpful to you. Oh, sure. Write down my email address for him and hand it over. Thank you. I think that's enough for our first session, but we should meet again soon. Is there another day this week that would work? Thursday night at the same time should be fine. Good. I'll see you then. Hopefully by then we'll have caught the killer. Perhaps. Is this your first time on a murder case? In this sense, yes. It's not my first time delving into a murder. What do you mean? When I was a student, one of my professors set up a surprise webcam talk with a guy on death row. It was a surprise for us, I should say. What was it like? It was unsettling. He had murdered 3 women along an empty highway and buried their bodies on a farm nearby. He was only caught when his 4th victim escaped. I shuddered. I can imagine how the 4th victim felt. Thank God she managed to get away. By the time we saw him, he had been behind bars for a decade. Talking to students like us counted as good behavior, so he was happy to participate. You know, he insisted that he'd done nothing wrong. Oh, he didn't deny the murders, but he seemed to think he shouldn't have been punished for it. He claimed the whole world was against him. Highly disturbing. And no matter where you sat, it seemed like he was looking right at you. Turns out, it was all pre-recorded. Our professor's idea of a trick, or perhaps an experiment. But it was fake? Was the guy even a real serial killer?
I'm afraid not.
Who knows? If somebody you trust showed you a video of a guy in handcuffs and told you he killed 3 people, would you doubt it? I suppose not. Real or not, it was a memorable lead-in to the our section on the psychology of murderers. People kill for many different reasons, and some of which might seem inexplicable to us. You mean like thinking God told them to do it? Well, that's one possibility. Even if it's understandable, if you believe that that was happening to you, it makes sense that you'd obey. Just like killing out of anger, jealousy, or greed. His motivations are logical, if unconscionable.
Think about it like this.
Consider, though, someone who kills for the thrill of it, or because they want attention. Or maybe someone who sees another person's death as having a benefit for them, as if people were pawns on a chessboard. Or someone who thinks a specific person's death is simply a necessary event in the order of the universe. All of these motives might seem to us as quite illogical, but to the person committing the crime, it's the most logical thing in the world. So, what about the killer in this case? Any
I'm
idea?
afraid not.
I'm afraid I have no way of predicting that with the little information I have. I was afraid of that. Still, if there's anything you'd like the psychologist's perspective on, just say the word, and I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
He stands up.
Until our next session.
Till Thursday, then. Have a good night.
Thank you.
He gave us a stress ball. That's fun. Once Kim leaves, I check the log again, and then sit down to finish up my remaining homework. The assignments are simple enough for a change, and I finish with spare time. I turn my laptop on and see that Kim's email has arrived. I download the documents he sent to read later. I wonder. Before I can think better of it, I find myself on the university website, and I click around until I find the swim team's page. There they are. My throat tightens as I recognize the girls from the pool, and in the photo they have bright smiles for the camera, not knowing what will happen to them in the future. They thought their whole lives were ahead of them. In a few days, they'll be put in their final resting places, without any future at all. Natasha used to swim with them. She should be somewhere in these photos too. There's a page of photos and events. After scrolling back a few months, I find it. She's standing with the girl who tried to run. They're smiling. Natasha and Rebecca. Rebecca was a nursing major, sophomore year. Another page contains brief news posts about the swim team and their competitions. I scrolled numbly through. They drove to a swimming competition in Atlanta and had a picnic in a park in town, hosted a food charity last fall. The words blur together until I see Natasha's name again. I stop scrolling. The post is from a few months ago. Natasha announced today that she would be leaving the swim team. Although she's been one of the team's premier swimmers, she has been chosen to pursue a solo career instead. Her teammates wish her luck on her journey. Does that mean that there's bad blood between them? Anxious again, I close the laptop and flop onto my bed. I can already tell if it's going to be a long, restless night. I don't think I have the voice to continue. So we will continue that tomorrow. Ugh. Evidence? No. How do I get to the main menu? How do I quit this game? Final. That's how I get there. That's how I get there. Hello, Percy. I'm really liking that game so far. I think that'll be so fun to figure out who is actually the killer. I think that would be very nice to figure out. All of our love interests so far are very cute, and it's making my bisexual heart flutter. It's my favorite thing. But yeah, this was nice. I will be streaming again tomorrow. Hopefully we can finish this game. If I had to guess, it probably goes Monday to Friday or like Monday to Saturday, and we're at Wednesday. So I think it should finish soon. But yeah, let's see if there's anybody to raid. There's an ad break going currently. I would like to see who I'm following. Those are really big channels, so we are not gonna do that because that is scary. But yeah, thank you for coming and joining. This was super fun. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.